If you want loads of fresh tasty oregano, then you need to prune it to make it bush out. On each stem you've got a growing tip here, and if you cut off that growing tip, the plant's going to redirect all of that energy and make some new growing tips or new stems. So look for somewhere down the stem where you can see new little leaves. So there's like a big leaf, and then there's two small leaves just tucked into where it's meeting the stem. And that's where those new stems are going to grow from, those two little leaves. Like on this one here, you can see how it's been cut, and now those side leaves have started to get bigger and they're going to grow into new stems. So when you cut one stem, you usually get two in its place. Okay, so on this little stem, we're going to look for a set of leaves with those two little leaves coming out and cut just above that, and now that's going to branch. And you can cut quite low on the stem, even if it's a long one, it's fine. If you have a really leggy plant, then cutting it back quite a lot is going to help it bush out, and because you're constantly pruning it, you're going to have a steady supply of fresh oregano instead of just having loads of like old leaves which are not as tasty and, you know, a few new ones towards the ends of the stems. So you want to do the same thing on those new stems that grow. You're going to like prune those as well and then they'll bush out, and you'll just have more oregano than you know what to do with. So here's the same oregano about a week later, and it hasn't put out much new growth yet. But the stems that we've pruned, you can see that those two new stems are already starting to form. It's like created new little growing tips. And they're a bit small at the moment, but when they get a bit bigger and they've got a few leaves of their own, you do the same thing. Just trim that new stem back a bit to a point where you see that leaf situation going on, and it will branch again. It's like exponential growth, if that's what exponential means. Who knows? You'll get buy one, get one free stems, which means loads of oregano.